Okay, we watched in the last video, we talked about argument passing. We were looking at positional argument passing, right? Passing. Now let us look at a different style of passing arguments. Remember, the way you define the parameters is still the same. That's not changed. The difference here is only in the way you call the function, the way you pass arguments, right? This style, which I am going to demonstrate, is called keyword arguments passing. In this, a call to a function is done by specifying arguments in the form of a keyword equal to value, something like this. So we are calling this This is the format, right? The keyword must match the name of the parameter in the function definition. So you would have defined the function somewhere. Now the keyword you are going to use to call the argument, right? That keyword should be the same name as what you have in the function definition. Let us take our earlier factor code and put it into the REPL, and I will show you how this works, right? So this is our factor code. Just copied it from the file I have and I put it here. The factor is defined now. Now I am going to show you how to call using keyword arguments. So that worked, right? I could change the parameters. That also works. So, and that worked as expected. And it's actually really more readable, right? You have saying something like dividend is 20, divisor is 10, or dividend is 20, divisor is 3, and you are able to read it very clearly. Now, of course, a lazy person like me, I don't like to type the extra keyword because it's a bit more hard. I mean, this varies, but I am just trying to show or talk about the problem generally with keyword arguments. And that's not the only problem. Let us do this. So, what happened here? I told you earlier that the keyword should match the name of the parameter, right? So here I made a mistake deliberately to get the keyword name wrong. So it does not match the parameter defined. So this is the parameter defined as dividend, and I am passing without a e, right? So that means that now Python would complain, right? Now here it's clearly telling us that this is a problem, right? It's saying the keyword unexpected keyword argument dividend. Now, though I had done this purposefully, you would make this mistake in the normal course of your action, right? It's not like you won't have this issue. You will. And this is a very common thing, right? You might make a mistake. The good thing is the Python's complaint is very clear, so you can easily correct it, but it's still a hurdle. It breaks down your flow, right? Now let us look at where this keyword arguments actually helps, right? Why it is such a big deal? It actually seems to be more work. So let us see whether it's really going to be of any help. So what I did here was I changed the order of arguments completely, but the function worked perfectly fine, right? No issues. It worked properly. This is what is the flexibility of keyword arguments. You don't have to worry about order of arguments. You can pass it in any order because the keywords are there. Python knows what to do, right? For this function, it might look as trivial, right? Let me give you another example which takes in more parameters. that is cinema scene method, right? It's very difficult. Now in this case, since I have so many parameters, like 5 parameters, it's very difficult for me to remember the order of parameters, right? So in this case, I will obviously prefer the keyword method. So let us look at how to use that. I am hidden the definition. So that works, right? So it says Sunita fought with Gangu in the night at the mountain to save Ajay, right? So you can clearly see the order of arguments are completely different. I will show you the definition. See here, the order which is defined is hero in the definition is hero, villain, location, time, heroine. The order in which I sent is hero, heroine, villain, time, location. So I brought heroine right in front after hero, and therefore everything changes, right? So villain, which is defined in the second position, is being sent in the third. Location, time, which is defined in the fourth position, is sent in. At 4, but location, which is defined in third position, is sent at 5th. So we are changing order all over the place, but it doesn't matter. It works perfectly right? So even though I have completely changed the order, since the keywords match, Python works correctly and everything works fine. Let us say I just remove the keywords. Let us see what happens then. So now this is completely ridiculous, of course, right? It says mountain fought with Sunita in the night at the Gangu to save Ajay. So you see, keyword arguments have the ability to make your life very easy, right? Because you don't have to remember order. So the amount of work you put in typing, you reduce in the effort in thinking and remembering. You don't have to think or remember, okay, what was the order, what was the parameter, you don't have to think. And actually, most of the work in programming or development is thinking and remembering and thinking stuff, right? So if there is less effort there, that's a very good trade-off, right? What do you think? Now, one thing to note is that while keyword arguments take care of the order, it allows us to forget about order, it takes care of us, and we don't have to remember order, you still have to maintain the number of arguments. If that does not match the defined parameters, then things will go wrong. Let us take a look. Here I am just going to take out location. So there you go, it says cinema scene missing one required positional argument of location, right? So you cannot miss arguments, that's not allowed. Keyword arguments give you flexibility of order, but not in the number of arguments. You can actually mix and match positional arguments with keyword arguments. To do that, you have to take care that the positional arguments come first and the keyword arguments are put at the end. I'm not going to show it to you here. I'll show it to you later slightly, but generally I don't prefer mixing them up. I find it is easier to just deal with one or the other, unless you have some special cases, and we will work out that soon. So try it out if you want, and that's for now. That's all I'm going to cover on keyword arguments. Let us look at other ways of making it easy for function users in the next video.